Hi, how's it going? This is Darian, and I want to talk to you about this guy right here, the DJI Mavic Mini. It is a cool little drone with some caveats. But first I want to say this is a great little drone. Anybody who's just getting into it, it's super cheap and super cool, fun to fly, but there are some issues with it, and then I'll talk about that in just a minute. The price point on this is amazing. The performance is pretty good. Wind makes it a little difficult if it's a high wind, but if you put it in sport mode and you're just taking stills, it's not that bad. The issue for me is the connectivity with the remote. So when I fly this guy, I will get a message if I'm around a especially around a condo or apartment complex or some kind of thing like that, where there's a lot of Wi-Fi signal. This will say disconnected from remote, and that is a major pain in the ass. And I was looking online, so I tried these things. I don't know if you can see these. Is the Yagi range extenders, and they look like this. So I tried these guys and put them on the remote. They go as so. So you pop them on there, and there you have it. So these are range extenders, and it seemed like they did what they're supposed to do, was extend the range. If you watch my Mormon Rocks video, I used these guys for that video. Before, I used to sometimes get a "you're out of the range" warning. I'm like, what the hell? It just came out of nowhere. And when I put those on, I did that Mormon Rocks video, there was no problem. I flew it pretty far enough where I could barely make it out against the horizon, so I actually came back a little bit. But those things seem to help with the range issues that popped up randomly, but they did not help the interference issues. So my problem with this guy, I actually love this drone. It's super simple, it's lightweight, it's small, but with the interference issues, it can make it a major pain in the ass. So I was doing real estate with this. I was flying it, and I would get the disconnect issue. So I'd drop it back down immediately, restart the phone, actually not always restart the phone. I would restart the drone and restart the controller, and sometimes I'd restart that DJI Fly app, and that seemed to make the problem go away. But it did sometimes return later. So when you're flying, that's a major pain in the ass, and it's a major stress when you get that disconnected from remote issue, because it becomes an issue of, is this drone going to fly away and crash into something or whatever. So if you're in like a remote location, this is a super cool, fun drone to fly. That Mormon Rocks video that I did was super fun to do, and I had no issues with disconnecting from the remote. And it was pretty high. If you watch that video, you can see, I think those rocks are about 200 feet high, and there's some points where I'm over the top of them. So it was probably 250 feet maybe. But when I'm in a residential setting, it tends to disconnect. So that's extremely aggravating when you're trying to work, and like I said, stressful, because you're like, what's going to happen when it disconnects? Is it going to take off or become unresponsive? I've never had that issue, but it's always in the back of your mind that it could occur. So I wish DJI would fix that on this, and it would be a great little drone, but I have a feeling they don't care, and they're not going to. So if you have found a workaround that fixes that issue, the disconnecting between the drone and the remote, please post it in the comments, or you can, if you have a video, let me know. I'd love to see it, or love to hear how you do workaround. I actually ordered the Mavic Mini 2, so apparently that doesn't have the same issues, and it should be here next week. So I'll post a video on that once I get a little fly time under my belt. Like I said, I love this drone. I wish they would fix that. Now, apparently the Mini 2 has that worked out. It uses a different system to communicate to the remote. It's also quite a bit more money. I mean, I think this one was like around $300 or something, and the Mini 2 is more like $500. So this is a great way to get into drone flying. Like I said, if you're in a rural area, pick one up. It's totally fun, and you can get into it for such a low price point that if you crash it, you won't be super bummed. If you crash it like a $1,500 drone, you're gonna be pretty bummed. All right, that's about it. And like I said, I'll do a follow-up when I get the Mini 2 and fly that around a little bit, and then I'll let you know how it goes. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.